My name is Tariq Sharafi. Our presentation is about chemical spill. Our Ivan Morki and Ryan Akbar. Our objective is plan for the chemical spill scenario. We have a scenario, also plan after the chemical spill, weaknesses and strengths, and recommendation. Plan before the chemical spill. An effective spill visible procedure should consider all the items below. We have to review safety data sheet or other reference from clean up methods or materials, and the need for personal protective equipment. For example, respirator, gloves, protective gloves. Right and type of operated spill control method. In a spill can be removable. Place of spill, the place of the spill, materials and protective equipment in already and accessible locations. Names and telephone number of faulty that be date to the event of a spill. Square recommendation for protective equipment and training in proper use. Evacuation plan for the room and for building. Inventory of spill control materials and personal protective equipment means for proper disposal of clean up materials in most area or waste hazardous. The spill reason plan with all employees in the community. Now Dallas will conclude.
Hello everyone. The scenario is on Monday 20th of February in building 4 second floor at the store. There was a chemical spill. The chemical spill mixed with each other, so we evacuated the building immediately. And we found some issue. The issue is lack of equipment like fire extinguisher, spill kit, and we evacuated the building in a short time. So they tried to clean up the chemical spill, but they couldn't because there are a lack of equipment. Also, they don't have chemical spill kit and waste garbage to put the chemical material into it. And some of the workers don't know how to deal with the chemicals. And also we evacuate the building and 2 of the workers got injured and 1 of them inhaled the chemical and the other one fell down on stage. The plan after the chemical spill, first one, write a report of radar and OSHA and give it to the HSE manager. Second one, report all spills to your supervisor or principal investigator. Third one, meeting with the manager and supervisor. Fourth one, develop the emergency plans. The weaknesses. First one, lack of equipment. Second one, no spill kit. Third one, no fire extinguisher. Fourth one, some of the workers don't know how to deal with the chemical. Fifth one, people were panicked when they hear alarms. Strength, we evacuated the building immediately in a short time. We helped the injured person immediately. We called the emergency response person immediately. The stairs were clean. The alarm was strong too. And and here's a video.
Large spills of blood and other potentially infectious materials occasionally occur in laboratories and are typically cleaned up by laboratory personnel. If you should experience a spill of this type, follow the procedures described in this video. If you are splashed with infectious material during the spill, immediately remove all contaminated clothing and dispose of them as biomedical waste or autoclave them. Inform those in close proximity of the spill to leave the area. And if you need assistance with cleanup, call the Office of Environmental Health and Safety. Keep people out of the area while waiting the 30 minutes it will take for any aerosols to settle. Prepare to clean up the spill by assembling your spill cleanup materials and donning your personal protective equipment. For large spills, you will want eye, nose, and mouth protection, a lab coat, 2 pairs of gloves, and disposable shoe covers. When ready, approach the spill cautiously, laying paper towels or other absorbent materials on the blood-splattered areas. Using tongs, a dustpan, or pieces of cardboard, pick up the sharps and dispose of them in a sharps container. Never use your hands to pick up sharps. Set aside any contaminated equipment for later decontamination. Next, place absorbent materials on top of the spill and add disinfectant, usually a 10-to-1 dilution of freshly prepared bleach solution, first around the edges and then in the middle of the spill. The disinfectant must remain in contact with the spilled material for at least 15 minutes. While waiting for the disinfectant to do its job, soak some paper towels with disinfectant and clean any visible contamination found around the spill. Always use tongs in case sharps are encountered. After 15 minutes, gather and dispose of the disinfectant-soaked absorbent material in a biomedical waste bag or sharps container. Absorb any residual disinfectant with paper towels and dispose of them after wiping the area to remove any visible contamination. Please note, if this was a high-risk blood spill or a spill of an infectious agent, the absorbent material would have been placed over the sharps, disinfectant added, and sharps, together with the absorbent material, disposed of in a sharps container. This procedure decreases the risk of handling sharps prior to disinfection. Once the area has been cleaned of all visible contamination, spray the area with disinfectant and allow it to air dry. When finished, carefully remove your personal protective equipment by removing your shoe covers first, followed by your outer gloves aseptically. Sleeves if worn. Lab coat. Inner gloves. And face protection. Of course, you should always wash your hands thoroughly after removing your personal protective equipment. And don't forget to inform others that they can return to work now that the spill has been safely cleaned up.
Okay, we'll talk about recommendation. 10. Having a chemical hygiene plan and making sure that workers understand the plan and how it help them to avoid exposure to hazardous chemicals are essential requirements of OSHA laboratory standard. Airflow. Air quality can quickly become compromised in laboratories, making ventilation an important factor in minimizing exposure. Housekeeping, floors clean and dry will help prevent slip and fall injuries. Thirdly, because of water injury and lost work time. Safety equipment, signs and container label reinforce safety and serve as constant reminder of specific handling. Use and disposal procedures. I have a question. What is chemical? Okay, Abdulrahman.
Any basic substances that is used in or produced by reaction involving chains to atoms or molecules.
Okay. Next, chemical is any basic substance that is used on or produced by a reaction involving changes to atoms. Next, this is the end of our presentation. Thanks for listening and any question. Now, thank you.